Today, I have the pleasure to interview Katie Selby, a self advocate for language impairment and learning disabilities. At 3 years old, she was diagnosed with speech and language impairment. At 4 years old, she began to speak in 5 to 6 word sayings. And at 5, she said her first full sentence. When she started kindergarten, she was diagnosed with learning disabilities in reading comprehension, written expression, and math. She was unfortunately told by her school counselor and others around her that she should prepare to work at a child care facility instead of going to college. Katie did not let this deter her from pursuing her dream to graduate from college. Katie is now a proud graduate of Maryville University with a Bachelor's of Science in Rehabilitation Services Independent Living. After college, Katie decided to work to support individuals with disabilities in the school setting as well as the home setting. In her current work, she supports her students as they work to set and reach their goals and helps them become as independent as they can be. She recently started a Facebook page to share her story called The Girl Who Is Not College Material that shares her story with the goal to help others discover the power of learning to advocate for themselves and support others with disabilities. So thank you so much for joining us today. We're really excited to have you here. And so to start, can you tell us about when you first started becoming aware of the concerns related to your learning disability? How did these concerns continue to affect you before you or a loved one sought out help?
I became aware of my language impairment and learning disabilities through my parents and classmates. I was in early elementary school when I noticed I was different from many of my classmates. I was pulled out of my general education classes to meet with special education teachers to get the support I needed. I was aware of my parents' concerns and their efforts to get me the supports I needed. I was so young that I really don't remember how I felt.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, what's one of the biggest things you've learned in life thus far regarding your disability?
That I can be highly motivated to reach my dreams.
Yeah. And so far, you've been very successful in meeting them.
Yes.
So you graduated from Maryville University with a Bachelor of Science in Rehabilitation Services. So why did you choose this major?
I chose this major because I was originally going to go into teaching children with disabilities, but the prerequisites for the testing were over my head. And I decided to look into rehabilitation services, independent living, that a counselor at Merrimack helped me pursue. And I have lots of friends and students with disabilities that I work with, students with disabilities, and hang out with friends. And I also have a disability, and I felt that I could help support them since I understood what they're going through and they understand what I'm going through.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, what would you say today to those who have doubted that you would graduate college?
That I did it. I believed in myself. I found people who believed in me, and I pursued my dreams and my potential.
Yeah, congratulations again. That's amazing. And
Thank
so,
you.
what has helped you get to where you are today in your career? And what advice would you have for others who want to set off in a similar direction?
At the beginning of my career, I supported my first student with autism at a before and after care program. The staff there didn't really give me the support I needed to support that student. So staff members of this student special education team gave me the support I needed to learn the best ways to help them. And my college degree has been helpful to teach my students advocacy skills, as well as teaching my respite client those skills to have a quality of life and reach their goals. And I would advise others to work hard at their education and find a job that's rewarding to them, and just to advocate for yourself. Even if it's scary, you can always ask for help.
Yeah, and it seems that you've had a really good support network behind you that you found and created, and behind from teachers and other professionals, and also family and friends, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what was the inspiration behind sharing your social media page, The Girl Who Is Not College Material? And I think that's a great title, by the way.
Thank you so much for the commenting on the title. I wanted to share the Facebook page in hopes to share my story with the world and allow people who are in similar situations see how successful they can be, as well as teachers who can look at it to see, okay, maybe kids with disabilities can grow and learn and go to college. And if that's not successful for them, they can find something where they can be successful at and work as a team.
Yeah, oh, that's wonderful. And so, how has your social media page? Sorry, let me start that question again. How is your social media page helping others? Can you share some of your feedback you have received from your followers?
I have received feedback by receiving likes and loves as reactions to my posts. So I know that people are being touched. And I had 8,000 people view my Mighty presentation, and I had a teacher comment and say that she had also been told that she should not go to college and she wasn't college material, but she ended up teaching people with learning disabilities and got her master's and had a successful career for 34 years.
Wow. That's
And I also had an author comment on one of my posts congratulating me on my success of writing my book and giving me their encouragement to do that.
fantastic. And so, one of my favorite posts on your social media page or Facebook page features mathematics worksheets in a fire pit. Knowing that math has been an area of difficulty for you, what was that moment like for you?
It was exciting that I could just put them in a bonfire and get rid of them, and exciting that I finally passed, because it took me years and years to pass math classes, and I had two private tutors outside of college help me get through those classes. And knowing that I was finally done with math, I could finally take classes geared towards my degree.
Yeah, that's great persistence. I know I struggle with math too, and have had tutors in the past, and it feels great to be done. So you stated that you did not fully advocate for your needs until high school. Why do you think it took some time to find that strength to be your own advocate?
Well, in elementary and middle school, I really didn't have the teachers help teach me the skills to be an advocate for myself. And then in high school, I had a speech and language teacher who I was really close with and had built a great rapport with, just bring me out of my shell and tell me to go to my English teacher and ask for clarification instead of going to her, because she was in the same class with me as the English teacher supporting people with disabilities. And if I didn't understand the question that the teacher was asking, when I got clarification, I knew that I could always go back to her to get the support and advice I needed. And I'm so happy that that happened so that I can be an advocate for myself today.
Yeah. And so, what would you say to those who are having a hard time advocating for themselves? Are there some tips you would like to share to our community?
Speak up for yourself. You're the most important person in your life. Don't hesitate to ask for clarification. It will help you be your own advocate. And it will also help you learn your learning styles and organizational skills and time management. And just being an advocate for yourself, you'll learn to be successful in what you can do.
Perfect. Those are great. And you also recently became a member of Learning Disabilities Association of America. That's wonderful. Why did you want to become a member?
Well, I wanted to become a member so that I could meet with other people with learning disabilities. And I also found out that Missouri does not have a state affiliate for Learning Disability Association. So I am now helping them get an affiliate here in St. Louis, and we're working as a team to help build an affiliate for people with learning disabilities in Missouri to have a community to go to.
Amazing. So tell us what it was like writing for the Mighty.
I stumbled upon the Mighty's Facebook page when I was looking and researching pages to like on Facebook. And I noticed I went ahead and looked at their website and noticed a writing prompt where you can submit a story, and they were looking for people to write articles about giving feedback and advice to students with disabilities going into college. And then after I wrote that article, they sent me an email and telling me that they were going to share my story, and I received 1,700 likes for my article, and I've received comments from people telling me that my story is so similar to theirs.
Yeah, so it's making a great impact, because a lot of people are going through those kind of things and they're not finding that support that they need.
Right.
Finding that extra motivation. I know it's hard when people are constantly telling you what you can't do. So
right.
Yeah, amazing. So did you learn anything new about yourself when you began sharing your story with others?
I learned that other people have similar experiences, and I learned that that they understood as well, and that's about it for that.
Yeah, and so where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself finishing my book that I'm writing about my life story and seeing it published and in print for people to purchase at bookstores and online. And I would also see myself someday be a motivational speaker.
Fantastic. Well, I look forward to hearing some of your speeches and reading your book. And so, are there any resources or even advice that you have, or that have, sorry, I'm going to read that one again. Are there any resources or even advice that have really helped you on your journey as a person with a difference?
In early childhood through high school, I utilized Special School District of St. Louis County in Missouri to help me as a resource. And then at Merrimack Community College, I utilized the Access Office as well as the Study School Center. And at Maryville University, I utilized their Disability Services Office for a year until I realized that it was better to utilize my actual professors, to get feedback and support from them. And the advice I give for others is to is to advocate for yourself, even if it's hard. And if you come up to new roadblocks, just try your best to work through them and find the people who are very supportive of you.
Oh, fantastic. And I'm just going to add something, it wasn't on there, but speaking of resources, so the Learning Disabilities Association of America, so bringing that to Missouri, is that a really good resource for people to reach out to as well? For like specifically learning disabilities?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Oh, well, thank you. Is there anything else that you wanted to add to the interview for our community? Anything you want to say?
I just want to say, if anyone who is watching, if you would like to follow my Facebook page, Girl Not College Material, and I also have a Facebook and Instagram account as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time. And this was really, really great speaking with you and sharing your story.
Thank you very much.